I don't know how they did it or who paid them to do it, but today is the day that we have Sword Art Online on Roblox. Hey everyone, today we're going to be playing Sword Burst 3. Now this is a game that is obviously a sequel to a sequel because it's the third one, but it does not matter as I've been playing this game and I want to show it to you guys because it's actually really good. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Welcome to Sword Burst 3. You're about to enter a fantasy universe full of monsters, bosses, and rare equipment with powerful skills and more. So as you can see, this game is very much so new. It's only on release build 1.0.2, and there are a lot of things coming soon like 4.3 and scythe weapons, guild systems. All of that is really cool, and I just want to go ahead and take a moment to appreciate this main menu, because if you look around this main menu, you will soon find out that this game was crafted by people who want to put a lot, and I mean a lot of effort into their game. Around the place, we have a lot of cool things. We have studios, we have a kitchen, we have a nice bed, a holographic TV, and a setup that looks very similar to mine. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we're gonna go ahead and get into the game. And when you start off on the first floor, you will be introduced into the combat system of the game, because you're gonna have to fight these little boars in order to level up past level 1. Now once you hit around level 2 to 3, you'll probably be over here with the tortoises. Now although it is a little tedious, getting to this point is actually really easy, but once you start fighting the tortoises, you'll start to find your first teensy bits of difficulty in the game, as I feel like the turtles are a really good introduction on how like all mobs aren't the same. But I highly suggest that if you want to level up really fast, you come talk to this NPC. You get a quest, which is this one right here, the level 2 one, because it's a repeatable quest, meaning you will get the same amount of Vel and XP each time you complete it. So all you have to do is kill 5 tortoises and you'll get yourself some Vel and EXP. A good question to ask while I'm doing this is probably, what is Vel? Vel is really just kind of like the currency in this game, and it'll allow you to go and trade with players and buy stuff off of them. Vel isn't like crazily important. It wasn't important in like the last game, but it'll definitely be helpful in terms of getting things faster, buying things from stores, and all that above. But now that we're done with the mission, I can click claim. I can get a little bit of XP. I can get my Vel, as you can see, and I can repeat the quest if I want to, but we're going to head on to the next area, so I'm just not going to. Speaking of Vel, from time to time you'll find yourself in these little towns where you can buy armor, you can enchant your weapons, you can enhance your weapons, you can even buy weapons themselves. We have tons of great swords, we have blades, we have katanas, we have everything in here. And on to one of my most favorite parts of the game, which is actually one of the NPCs being this guy right here. Now Tamer Todd is going to be your best friend when it comes to making money in this game. You guys should let me know if you guys want a money making guide, and I'll be sure to show you guys how to make a whole bunch of money inside of Sword Burst 3. But if you want to come over here and talk to him, if you guys saw earlier when I was fighting the boars, I had got what's known as a boar tusk. And if I were to come over here to him and give him 10 boar tusk and 2,500 Vel, I would be able to ride a boar. These are called mounts. So essentially you kill enough monsters and you'll be able to ride them. Like this one's like a bird. It's called a phoenix, and I killed enough of them, so now I can fly around on it. But coming on to the real second part of the first level, we have the wolves. Now I feel like you should spend a lot of time with the wolves, because pretty much up until level 20 they're really the best place to grind. But I'm going to show you guys the next animal, which happens to be the bears. You'll be in this deep woods part and you'll be able to kill as many bears as you want, but I will say be careful, because if you're not the right level to be over here, the bears will surely, and I mean surely, humble you. After traveling through the forest long enough, you'll find yourself at a little two-way mark. Now you can keep going this way and go on to the next monster, or you can fight the first mini boss of the game. Following up this track with the bones and spikes leads you to the first mini boss of the game, which is this big bear guy. He's pretty easy to fight. I don't suggest you spend a lot of time over here though, just fighting him. He has a lot of health for someone who doesn't give that much EXP or Vel, so he's not really worth it. But if you do decide to follow straight down the path, you will find yourselves at the stone golems. You know, these are just pretty big guys to fight, one of my favorite mobs in the game. After fighting the stoneheads, you can find yourself going over this bridge to go on to the next part. But if you pay attention, there are stones leading up to this waterfall, and if you go back there, you can get a little surprised. Finding your way over the bridge, you will find yourself at what I like to call Crystal Cave. Now once you get into Crystal Cave, there will be 2 new enemies down here. The brand new crystal boars, which I believe this is their first time ever showing up in a sword burst game. And we have one of the wolf bosses over here. He's just really a sword wielding wolf with spikes coming out of him, kind of similar to the boar, but he's also not really worth it as a mini boss, as you have to be a really high level to do like good damage to him without the fight getting repetitive. And by the time you leave the cave, I don't really think that you're even high enough of a level to actually go back and fight him for real. He's just like a really overpowered mini boss, and the stuff that he drops is pretty okay. It sells for a lot, but it's whatever. Coming on to the next part of the game, and also the second full town, we have the Sakura, aka the Cherry Blossom Forest. Now over here you will see some beautiful Chinese architecture, which is beautiful. We love some Chinese architecture, but we also have the Sakura mooses. Now if you kill the mooses and get enough antlers from them, it's a sometimes drop. You can go ahead and ride the moose. Yes, you can ride a moose that's big, just like how I ride the Phoenix. You can come through here and ride a Sakura moose that is just as big, but we're not here to talk about how cool the Sakura moose is, because I'm here to show you the final part of floor 1. And last but not least, we have the final path up until your final moments inside of floor 1. Following up this path will lead you to the final dungeon of the entire floor before you go on to floor 2. You have to complete this to move on to floor 2, so don't think you're going to skip this and come back later, or any of this is skippable. Most of the things in this game are pretty much unskippable, and if they aren't, you know, if you can skip them, then it's probably not in your best interest, because a lot of things get overpowered quickly. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not going into the tower right now, because that could be a separate video. So if you guys want a floor 1 tower guide, I will give you a full in-depth tour, tell you where all the secret chests are, how to fight, how to get through there, and what's the best route and strategy. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and go on to New Arcadia, which is basically the chill trading and shop hub of this game, because obviously when you have a grindy game like this, people are going to want to put in a lot of work and get the benefits from it. So if I killed a whole bunch of moose and then I wanted to sell the antlers, I could go to Arcadia and do that. So we're going to head over to Arcadia. Now that we're here at New Arcadia, you can meet a whole bunch of new people, have a whole bunch of new friends, and trade. As of right now, the game hasn't had any updates for a while, so trading has been kind of slow. But I can show you around Arcadia, because Arcadia definitely has some cool things that it has to offer. For one, we have this main middle place in the middle of the entire plaza. Now, a lot of people actually don't know this, but you're supposed to set up shop here. You can set up armor stands, you can put swords off to the side and on this counter, stand behind here, offer your price, so on and so forth. We also have the cooking station. Now, I'm sure they're going to add some type of potions or a reason for there to be a cooking station into the game, but as of now there isn't anything in here yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and take you guys to the crafting station. Once inside the crafting station, obviously you can buy a whole bunch of gear, and then you can come right out here to the forge, where you can either enchant your weapons or upgrade your weapons, as well as get a little nice area. I mean, the energy over here is very nice. You have the leaves falling down, you can stand here, converse with your friends, so on and so forth. But we're going to go on to the next part of the tour of Arcadia, which is the Cafe of Beginnings. Now, the Cafe of Beginnings is another place that isn't really filled with anything yet, just a few NPCs that you can talk to, as well as you could possibly hold like a party here, a little get together, as it's a nice chill calm spot. The energy is very nice, it feels warm, and overall it's pretty nice. But with that being said, I'm going to show you guys the last part of Arcadia, and that is the Duel Arena. After leaving the Cafe of Beginnings, if you come to the left of the building and then walk up here, you should see a glowing red cross looking thing, which is actually a massive red sword. And once you get over here, you will find yourself in the arena. You can turn PvP off, step down, and fight to the death with your friends. It's actually kind of fun, and I do suggest you have a duel every once in a while, as it sharpens your skills and shows you who in your team might need work where. But if you guys enjoyed my showcase of Sword Burst 3, please be sure to leave a big fat like, comment down below if I should showcase any other games, or if I should have a gameplay series. Maybe I should play through the game for a video, maybe I'll give you guys a guided tutorial on how to play this game, because as you can see, I've logged quite a few time into this game. As I'm almost at max level, I just really don't feel like becoming max level until floor 3 comes out. But as of now, this is Sword Burst 3. It's probably the closest you're going to get to Sword Art Online besides Sword Burst 2. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.